Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars. We're located in Las Vegas, just off the Strip. If you're a car person and you like muscle cars and classic cars and exotic cars and stuff, you gotta come by and check us out while you're in town. We're not far from the Strip, so come check us out sometime. Celebrity Cars, Las Vegas. You can't miss us. Okay, well look, I'm having a problem with the following vehicle. It's a 2015 Land Rover, Range Rover. And it's got 95,000 and change miles on the odometer, and it's beautiful. So I'm having a small problem with, with this particular vehicle, only because it's really that nice. Yeah, it's a 2015, hasn't been around that long. It's only been around for about 7 years. The headlights still look good. There's a little mush in there. You can see that little faint, where they start to fade just a little bit, right there in the middle. But other than that, just a real slight road wear. This whole black grill in here, I mean, I want to go grab an orange microfiber towel and get in here and get all these grooves, because I know all these grooves will shine up super black and it'll all be one real nice piece of black. I didn't get to it, so sorry. There's one or two, it seems to be like little bugs laying around here. I'm gonna go beat up my detailer. But the headlight here, this one just looks as good as the driver's side one. You can see there's just a faint mark right there, but other than that, the road wear is very, very minimal. Let's work our way down here. My name's Scott. Welcome to Celebrity Cars again. Just so you know, I'm the living, breathing condition report. You get that. This car's about 7 years old, got 95,000 miles on it. Maybe you live across the country, and you've always been wanting one of these, and you really are particular about the paint. You really want to know what it looks like. You're not going to find this anywhere else on the internet at a dealership. We just decided about 2 years ago to take the extra time and get really down into business. So, maybe you don't have to fly out here and look at it. And I do my best to let you know where the scratches, dings, dents, rust, chips, all that kind of stuff, okay? So come on down here. Let's visit this lower valance here at the front of this Range Rover. And you'll notice that every once in a while, maybe a really small, faint black mark, and that's just really minimal road wear. Please notice that my face is about, 30 inches from the car. And that's the only reason why I can see these, is because I'm down here. Will your friends get down here? Will your neighbors get down here and look at this detail? No. But maybe you care what it looks like, and has it banged into anything, or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you folks, I'll watch this. Just road wear. No gouges. Just road wear. No heavy scratches. I didn't clean down there, and my hands, it's a little dirty. Whatever. Okay. But as you can see, folks, this is beautiful, especially for the mileage. Let's look at this hood. I'm looking for hail damage. I'm looking for things falling out of the trees. I'm looking for scratches. And I mean, I could be real picky and tell you folks, because I know you can't see it at home, that there's a couple clear, in the clear coat, there's a couple, microfiber, a couple swirls and stuff like that. But then there's patches where there's nothing, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Once again, this is a shocker. I just for the record, in case you're really paying attention to me here, I don't see any white change. So I'm not telling you this car hasn't been painted. I don't smell any, and it doesn't look like it. It looks all one white. So I'm just letting you know that. My 2 cents. All this is beautiful. The black up here has a little bit of wear in it. These black pieces on all these cars, every year they fade just a little bit more. But this is still, substantially black. It's just got just a little bit of road wear here and there. I don't need to point anything out. It's just a kind of more of a fading thing. But yeah, you get it on the camera. That's what it looks like. While we're up here, let's look at the windshield real quick. And this windshield looks good to go. Your VIN number's right here. I don't see any chunks or chips. There's just another bug. I don't see anything that I should point out and let you know. So this windshield's in good shape. Let's work our way down on the driver's side here. Front wheel and tire. I always check to see if there's any curb rash on all the wheels. And yes, we have some right here. It looks like it's got some touch-up paint on it. and covered it up pretty well. But there's a little curb brush there. I just wanted to let you know. The rest of the wheel looks beautiful. Okay, I'm going to look down the whole driver's side here, see if I see any dings or dents or any of those things down the sides. I'm looking from here down and I don't see anything. The black piece here is actually shockingly very still black. The black along the bottom here is all good. All this plastic is in good shape. There's no dents down here getting in and out of the car. I see a small little mark right here. I know that these will come off with some good detailing. Door handle looks good. It looks great. I mean, is there maybe some minimal wear of opening and closing it? Sure. Come on over here and look at this black side mirror, and then I want to show you something else. I'm sorry, I'll move out of the way. So you see the minimal wear on your side mirror here, but also look at this pillar, and you see the fade in the black. That's just, again, that's just what happens to these things. Up top, it looks beautiful black. While we're here, let's do this. This is starting to, I don't want to use the word decay because that's a little harsh, but this is, you know, you see right along here where it's kind of sort of saying, you know, I don't want to be a part of this car anymore. And it's just starting to fade. So there you go. It goes down the whole side of the car. It's very minor. At times, while I've been talking to you, it seems to me that it might even supposed to be there, as odd as it seems. But it's kind of just a perfect little fade all the way down the side. It's not going to harm anybody. The glass looks good. The window tint looks good. All this looks good. These black pillars here look pretty darn good too. Normally these have faded away by now, and they're still nice and black. I think that's just a fingerprint, and these look pretty good. This black stripe here all looks great. This window tint's beautiful. The glass is beautiful. If you could come on back here too, you see how nice and shiny black it is up top, but then you get down here to this particular pillar, and then you have that fading. I would say that this particular piece right here, the arm going down from the top of the car to down to the windshield to the side, you know, that's about 50% on its way out. Let me spin this around just a little bit here for you, and you'll see that, again, the top looks great. And then, once again, you have this pillar here, which is, has done a pretty good job at fading. So, no big deal. Just letting you know about it. Oh, I ignored the back end here. I'm going to pull this around so we can look back. There's a couple small scratches back here, but nothing bad. No great big gouges or anything like that. And if you want to find some touch-up paint, all you've got to do is right here and right here. And this is just simply people, you know, luggage in and out of the trunk. And nobody drove into the back of it. It doesn't look like that kind of thing at all. It's super nice and clean back here. There's no big stains. This heavy-duty mat back here seems to have done the trick as far as protection. You can see that it's been used, but nothing extravagant. There's no stains. There's no great big marks back here. It's just very clean, exactly the way it's supposed to be. The inside of the door is nice and black. All looks good. Let's make sure this button does its trick. And it does. This is beautiful white back here. Again, you know, you might want to grab some polish at some point, shine this up a little bit better, but it's white and it's really shiny and it's clean. Just a couple locations just needs a little extra polish, just a little cleaning up, but it's beautiful back here. I've got nothing to point out. In other words, there's no, you know, backing into the garage over here. There's no, oh, okay, come on over, yep. Well, we didn't get over to the passenger side yet. Looks like there was a small abrasion here. I think, once again, I think this is all very smooth to touch. I think this was just a grazing of something. I wouldn't consider that bad at all, and possibly even come off with a good detail. Okay, we've done the driver's side. Let's work our way back up the passenger side here. Everything Everything looks good down here. You see that patch? Were you able to see that patch that I was talking about? Yeah. Okay, good. All this looks, maybe a slight scratch right here. My fingernail's digging into it, but it's really nothing. Again, the glass over here, the window tint's beautiful. You get that same deterioration right here in this tint on the top. But like I said, it's kind of like a leopardy kind of deterioration, and almost looks like it belongs there. It'd be really funny if that's supposed to be there. Forgive me if it's supposed to be there. Okay, it just looks that proportion. Okay, a couple more little bugs here. I think I missed a wheel over there. Curb rash. Some of it's been touched up. The rest of it needs to be touched up. I don't see a banged up rim here per se. I just see some curb rash. So there's no denting or bending. It's just some, curb rash there. Rear door looks good. Looking for dings. No dings. Dings are no big deal. You get them pulled out, but it's not free. You have to pay for it. Nothing. Nothing down here. All this plastic down here. It all lines up super nice. Every once in a while I just find a crappy bug. See, there's a little chip down there. See, this is the kind of stuff you don't get from other dealerships, ladies and gentlemen. If I see these things, I'm going to let you know. You go, hey, you said there was no chips, and there's a chip. I'll take that responsibility. I'm good. Okay, that's just a bug. This black piece looks good. Door handle over here looks good. Side view mirror looks just like the other one. The glass over here looks terrific. This looks great. Not 100%, looks great though. All right. Front passenger side wheel and tire, we have some more curb rash. All along here, this is nice and clean here, and then a little more curb rash over here. Again, if I stand back here with Quincy, I turn around and I look at this, and I'm like, wow, unless I was looking right at that curb rash, I wouldn't see that at all. Just so you know. All right. We've gone over the nose. Feel pretty good about that. Oh yeah, check this out. See, remember the same thing on the driver's side? This particular pillar right here just faded much faster than the others. Don't know what to say. Okay, is what it is. Let's start to open this thing up. Okay. So you can mildly tell that somebody's been in here, just so you know. There's, slight, there's no rips, there's no fading, there's no stitching coming undone. It just looks like somebody's been back here. There's no stickiness from a sandwich. There's no candy back here. It's very, very nice and clean. There you have it, 95,000 in change. Somebody was bound to have sat back here, but barely. Very nice. Headliner looks good. I can see through up there, so that's cool. You can see outside. I presume that there's a button up front there that opens up the entire roof, which is cool. But the leather back here, folks, it's just super nice. I just want to climb back here and take a nap. This is beautiful. All looks good. There's no scratches back here. So you can plug your PlayStation in down there, your video camera. Okay, this door looks terrific. I'm gonna come over there to your side. Look at that door, look at that seat, see if I see anything jump out at me. Look at this too. Look how clean this is, all on the bottom of the doors and everything like that. It's beautiful, okay. This door looks terrific. These floor guards back here, the carpet's perfect underneath it. Yeah, you just see some, I don't know what that is. Just some little itty bitty white marks in the leather. I guess that's just something that happens. But other than that, I mean, oh, look, there's television sets in the backs of the seats. Holy mackerel. Isn't that cool? All right, check it out. They're both lit up. Guess that means they work. Okay, looking inside the passenger side door. This is all nice and clean. Every once, somebody every once in a while getting in and out, hit their shoe down here, so it's very, very mild. This plate, very, very mild action getting in and out. These seats seem to all be doing what they're supposed to be doing. Passenger seat looks terrific. Looks just like the back seats, so we have something to refer to. Passenger side door looks terrific. Neato speaker sticking out there. The black pieces all look good, barely a scratch on them from people using them. Okay, you stay right here. I'm going to go climb over in the driver's seat just for a second. This area here is nice and shiny and black. Are there abrasions from people putting their keys here? From people grabbing this and sliding it forward? Ooh, the cup holder looks good. Looks great. But the door still works. It's just some minor abrasions in the shiny stuff. There's no chunks sticking out of anything I can see at all. I see this part of the dashboard as a hair banged up. It kind of sort of looks like maybe somebody put a clamp up here for a phone or something maybe. But there's no holes. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little dented in the leather and stuff like that. It's not a deal breaker. It wouldn't be to me. Let's see what this screen does. Smells half decent in here. Super nice and clean. Dashboard looks good. Car's yelling at me because the doors are open. Doesn't want me to go anywhere. Fair enough. Press the screen to continue. That's what 2015 screens look like. All very legible. And ready for you to play with. The odometer shows 95,411. I mean, this thing's beautiful. It's actually it's a shocker. The steering wheel, ooh, look, there's a little chip in the steering wheel. Come on over here, Quincy, do you mind? So there's a little chip in the steering wheel, if anyone cares, quite frankly. The top of the steering wheel looks terrific. It's just a nice car, folks. How bad is it getting in and out? You get a magic eraser, you could even make those go away. There's barely, I don't know. I'd like to meet the person who owned this car because they took really, 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 really good care of it. That's probably just from my boot, but the door looks terrific. All right, let's open up the engine, see what the engine compartment looks like. Oh, I didn't talk about the seat. I'll get a look at that seat one more time. Well, we're going to go look at that driver's seat one more time, folks. Oh, yes. It's black sill here, except for a couple watermarks. It's relatively nice and shiny and clean. And the struts work good. It stays up on its own. And a real nice clean engine bay in here as well. Okay, let's look at this driver's seat one more time. People climbing in and out of it, how's it look? Nothing. I know you can't see, I'm sorry, but there's nothing. There's barely even anywhere of getting in and out. Normally I'd find something. This car's crazy. That's just a fuzz. Super nice and clean inside all these door jambs. Nice car. Oh, this is the wheel that I missed. Yep, we got a little curb rash on this one as well. So all four wheels have a little bit of curb rash on them. You can barely see it. Get it repaired, don't get it repaired. We get wheels repaired all the time locally down the street. You know, this would be, this would be, geez, I don't know, $50, $60 a wheel. They barely even have to take them off. We could just do them on there. This is a beautiful Range Rover, folks. I hope you dig it. We're gonna go for a quick ride down the street. We're gonna make sure it stops. We're gonna make sure it accelerates. The transmission sounds good. Make sure there's no tire wobbles or anything like that. And we'll report back to you. But in the meantime, I gotta get it out of here so we can go do that. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, so we got ourselves back inside this really, really cool Land Rover Range Rover. The odometer, 95,411. And the condition I just shared with you. And being out here in the sunlight does not disappoint. If we could you look down on there? Yep. See, it was just hard to see in the dark, folks. But you see those just little scratches in the clear coat. Are you going to be, you're going to get some polish and clean them? No, it'll be fine. But it's very, very light, and there's no gouges. You know, a lot of times you find all kinds of damage in here, especially for, the amount of time that this thing's been cruising down the road. But boy, it doesn't show it. Just beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start it up. I'm going to shut up. You're going to listen to it go through the gears. We're going to hit the brakes pretty good to make sure it doesn't pull one way or the other, or there's no vibration in the brake pedal or anything like that. And then we'll get up to speed a little and come back in. We don't go far. We don't need to. Foot's on the brake. Air conditioner works good. Foot still on the brake. I'm going to turn this dial and engage drive. 2 hands on the wheel, off we go. Certainly as smooth as can be. Okay, let's use the brakes here. I'm doing 40. No shaking. My foot on the pedal isn't wobbling or anything like that. There was no pull to the left or right. Folks, because of what we do, selling used cars, I tend to try and find things wrong because I don't want you to get in the car and go, hey, how come you didn't say anything about that? Going over some speed bumps, some newly installed speed bumps that we have to put up with during our test drives. That's okay. You get to hear the car, get to hear creaks and rattles, which there are none. Very quiet in here. I will also say the light acceleration, the shifting of the transmission was, you could feel all of them, you could hear all of them, and doing exactly what this thing's supposed to do. Let's pick up a little speed. Yeah, this is beautiful. Slight pull to the right when I do that, folks. That could just be air pressure. Get back to us and we'll get into that. But yeah, it's moseying over to the right. It's got to just be a tire. But we'll check. When you watch the video, because you're super interested in this vehicle, say, hey, Scott said something that was pulling to the right a little bit, and I'll look into that, okay? I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch me check tire pressure. Folks, this is just beautiful. It's just a beautiful car. Beautiful car. It's yelling at me right now because the fuel's low. But other than that, it's just mint. I'm going to put it back in park. And I would be very, very happy to own this vehicle. Well, could be yours. 702-818-1031. I've got nothing to share, but this is just a really, 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 really nice car. And it's attractive as hell from the outside, too. We'll see you next time.